Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this special edition of ABC24 News. I'm Kevin McNamara. Joined with me, as always, is meteorologist Corey Smith. Corey, we know there's been some rainfall here around the Mid-South, but before we get to that, today is officially the final day of summer.
That's right. Last day of summer. Fall officially starts tomorrow. That's the autumn equinox, which is going to mark the official start of the fall season. That's when we typically see equal days and nights at the equator. And we're going to talk more about this here in a second. But climatological, meteorological fall, that's September 1st to the 30th. That's when we see our temperatures beginning to cool. That's what we're going to see a little bit later on this week, Kevin. And I will say, waiting for that, because it's been warm out there.
I'm ready for it. It seems like, I don't know if Mother Nature knows that fall is arriving, but I would like them to get to it.
I will say that the quicker it comes, the better. So let's take a look at what you can expect as we head into the rest of your weekend. It was 91 degrees today in Memphis, above average for this time of the year, and that's going to be the case as we head into tomorrow. We do see some rain, especially in eastern Arkansas, a little bit earlier on this afternoon, but as we head into tonight, we should be dry, not expecting any rain to impact any of your evening plans. And like we said, fall begins tomorrow. So Sunday is the official start of the fall equinox. Let's talk about that. It's going to be tomorrow morning is the official beginning of the equinox there, right at 7:43 a.m. Well, that's where we see equal day and night times at the equator, and that's due to the tilt of the Earth. So we're at the part of the orbit where we're going to see that equal day and night at the equator. But for us, our days are getting shorter and shorter as we eventually get into those winter months coming up before you know it. So let's talk about what you can expect over the next couple of days. We are going to see some changes in our forecast. So we're warm today. We've had high pressure in place, but there is some rain on the way. So tomorrow we're dry, but we're watching this system out west, bringing us some showers and even thunderstorms as we go Monday and into Tuesday. We'll watch past that, though, this low pressure out towards the west, bringing us more moisture as we head into the end of the week. So temperatures will be cooler. We'll be back into the 70s, but looks like we could see rain chances almost every day this upcoming week. So tomorrow we are dry, around a 30% chance of rain on Monday, and then we're sitting around a 40 to 50% chance as we go throughout the rest of your next 7 days. So definitely some much needed rain. Tomorrow, though, not the case. We'll be dry. Very similar temperature-wise, I think, to what we saw today. We'll be starting off in the low to mid 70s, and as you get into the afternoon, getting close to 90 in the afternoon hours. We can't rule out a stray shower, but I've kept it out of the forecast right now. It does look like a lot drier than what we saw today. And as you go into your Sunday evening, we're still pretty mild, but maybe some storms trying to work in with that cold front as you go into your Monday morning. So if you're heading downtown tomorrow, overall weather looking pretty nice. Partly cloudy skies, around 90 degrees on 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. we're sitting right around 90, 91 as well across the Mid-South. So your 7-day forecast going far forward. Tomorrow's the first official day of fall. Not going to feel like it too much, 90 degrees, but temperatures do come down with that cold front pushing through on Tuesday. Shower chances stick around as we go throughout the rest of the week. Temperatures are staying right now in the middle 70s for most of us.
Over the past 3 days, learning in the Mid-South has been disrupted by threats at both MSCS schools and even in Arkansas. On Friday, 2 MSCS students were arrested for bringing weapons to school, the third straight day of such incidents. In Arkansas, 2 Marion High students were arrested for making threats, leading to a brief lockdown. And a 16-year-old at Southwind High had fireworks and ammunition, while a 13-year-old at Highland Oaks Middle School had an airsoft pistol. Both were taken to the Youth Justice Center, and no weapons were found over in Arkansas. Kara Little, the mother of one of those Marion students, expressed confusion.
I know they're just very bewildered, like, what did we do? I know my child, he's like bewildered at this point.
Yeah, and so there's not any weapons in the home or anything like that?
No, we don't have any weapons in the home. No, he's a typical boy.
The 2 students arrested in Marion are set to appear in court on Monday, September 23rd. Final Sight, the company MSCS uses for emergency notifications, responded to Superintendent Dr. Marie Fagan's claims of delayed responses to recent school threats. Dr. Fagan says more than 60,000 calls and 80,000 texts out of 130,000 were not delivered to parents. However, officials from Final Sight say they have tried to contact MSCS but haven't been able to discuss the issue.
We reached out to the superintendent and wanted to talk with her about our findings. We're eager to speak with her still. We've not been able to reach her directly, but we welcome a conversation about what went wrong.
Officials informed Dr. Fagans that 47,000 recipients missed texts, 17,000 blocked numbers, and 32,000 lacked email addresses. Final Site offered data support to help MSCS improve those contacts. Recent threats to Memphis schools have raised fear and anxiety among parents and students. But one local church is working to turn that worry into a positive community effort. The Word Church of Memphis on Park Avenue distributed thousands of free school supplies, water, and snacks to students and parents today. Partnering with Urban Promise 901 and other organizations, the church provided notebooks, pens, and folders. Hundreds attended the giveaway, which Pastor Aaron Litzy called a great success.
We were able to provide for about 500 people that came through today, school supplies and snacks to lift them morale, to bring inspiration and bring hope to our community and to families and children and even teachers in our area.
We'll have more details on how this church hopes its contributions will encourage others to donate coming up on the news at 10. The Tennessee Attorney General's office will not appeal the decision allowing Memphis's gun referendum on the November 5th ballot. Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti called the referendum a stunt that wastes time and money. After the city of Memphis sued over the denial of its request to place the referendum on the ballot, it won. City officials clarified that the questions aim to gauge voter position on gun control, but not to implement it. Today, Indomitable Families, a nonprofit organization, hosted the first annual Steppin' Away from Recidivism 5K run and walk at Germanshire Park. The event aimed to raise funds for the organization's work with families of incarcerated individuals and to rebuild a home on Roselle for men to provide safe and affordable housing and help them navigate re-entry barriers.
Here at Indomitable, we are very grateful that everyone is here supporting us today. It's a beautiful Saturday. People could have been anywhere, but no, they said we want to be here in just support of, decreasing recidivism, helping us love on our members, who we serve, and things of that nature. So I just thank the Memphis community for showing up and out for us today.
The organization also focuses on mental health, offering free therapy sessions for family members of those who are incarcerated. The Public Works Department held the final Dumpster Days event at the Ben Hooks Library today. They have now organized a Dumpster Days event in each city district and are considering returning the program next year. There are also discussions about finding land to build permanent disposal facilities in different parts of the city, similar to their current location at 304 Collins Street.
Well, we're just glad that the citizens are utilizing dumpster days. This keeps us from having to pick up any illegal dumping around vacant lots or just randomly around the city. So any help that the citizens can provide to us, we need everybody to get involved. We need church leaders, we need just citizens, any community members, and that way we can keep Memphis clean.
That Collins Street location is open Friday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. City officials encourage people to dispose of large bulk items, such as tires, mattresses, and furniture, at these locations, rather than leaving them on the curb or dumping them illegally. Memphis Mayor Paul Young has launched a new initiative to address the city's blight problem. Yesterday, the mayor and members of local churches worked in the Douglas neighborhood as part of the Blight Zero initiative. They visited illegal dumping sites and cleared litter from blighted properties to make way for safer, cleaner, and more vibrant neighborhoods. Longtime Memphis natives are more than eager to see change.
To come back to my community and to see all the blight, all the hurt, all the pain that my neighbors are suffering, especially my elder neighbors. Children can't come outside to play, because we're afraid they're going to get hurt in some way, not just in crime, but in playing in areas that can cause them harm.
Blight Zero is a multi-million-dollar initiative from the city that started this summer. It aims to invest in similar projects to clean up different parts of the city. This week has been Child Passenger Safety Week, and experts recommend checking that your child is in the appropriate seat. Today is National Seat Check Saturday, offering free instruction on properly installing and using car seats. This evening, we'll discuss 5 steps to ensure kids' safety in vehicles.
It's a leading cause of death for children. The latest data from 2022 shows, on average, 3 children under 13 were killed every day, and 429 injured in vehicles. 39% of those killed were unrestrained.
We do know that a properly installed car seat or booster seat can really reduce the risk of injury and save lives.
Dr. Manisha Agrawal with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says the first step to keep kids safe is making sure your car seat or booster seat is firmly installed. The base shouldn't move more than an inch in any direction. Next, make sure any straps or harnesses fit snug against the child. Agrawal says there shouldn't be much slack.
So that means if you try to pinch the strap or the webbing, you really can't do it at all.
Third, max out your child's seat before graduating them to the next level. Keep them in their current seat as long as possible until they outgrow the limits for height and weight. Fourth, front seats are not made for children. Agrawal says things made for adult safety, like airbags, can be dangerous for kids.
In fact, all children should stay in the back seat until they turn 13, no matter how big they are.
Finally, when it comes to kids and car safety, don't cave to pressure.
You are taking your kid to school, they see their friends maybe getting out of the front seat or not in a booster seat, but it's your job as a parent to keep your child as safe as possible for as long as possible.
You can log on to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's website to find a car seat inspection location near you. Some locations now offer virtual inspections. There are 13 car inspection stations in the Memphis area, and we have that info on our website, ABC24.com. And whether it's keeping your child safe or maybe something else, ABC24 is committed to helping you seek solutions. If you have a concern you want us to look into, text the word solutions and a summary of your story to 901-321-7520. That's solutions in your concern to 901-321-7520. Arkansas's unemployment rate is staying the same. This is because teachers have returned to the classrooms and summer jobs have ended. The State Workforce Services Agency reported Arkansas's jobless rate remains at 3.3% for the third consecutive month. That's lower than the national average of 4.2%, which actually dropped by a tenth in August. And Arkansas saw the largest job gains in government, including public school and private education positions. Millions of hopeful home buyers are eager to benefit from recent interest rate cuts. Mortgage experts predict increased demand as lower rates attract hesitant buyers. A 1% drop in mortgage rates can improve affordability by up to 10%. Mike Hedge from Pridemore Properties notes that buyers are saving an average of $220 monthly, making homes more accessible, and he believes lower rates could spur more development.
So when you have an exciting time where interest rates are being cut and more affordable options are there, now you can ultimately provide many different housing options for the buyer out there. And that's a good thing because they can afford more.
He predicts that with 2 more projected Fed cuts by the end of the year, mortgage rates are likely to drop to 5% by the end of the year. You will soon be able to protect yourself from the flu without a doctor's appointment. The FDA has approved the first influenza vaccine that doesn't have to be given by a healthcare provider. Flu Mist is a nasal spray that's already available in pharmacies for people with a prescription. But now, officials say the needle-free option could be available by next year. According to the CDC, 35 million people got sick during last year's flu season. It's football season, and your tailgate can still shine. While beef and pork prices have risen over the past 2 years, chicken wing costs have dropped by 6.5%. Americans are projected to consume a record 32.5 billion chicken wing segments this year. Once a byproduct, wings are now as valued as breast meat. Trends include international flavors like curry and even yogurt. Air fryers can enhance crispiness, mimicking restaurant quality. But for optimal crunch, experts say to prep wings in advance and add sauce after arriving at the game.
That convection air of an air fryer allows things to get a lot crispier and more like the experience you expect at a restaurant.
These tips can help make every tailgate a touchdown this football season. We'll catch you back here on the news at 10. Make sure you stay up late after all the football is over. That's all we have.